Hi, I'm CJ Kaliko, one of the Mad Teen influencers with Mad Power Review, and today on Healthy Teen Talks, we're going to be talking about how to properly have a conversation and a healthy conversation with your teen at home about substance abuse. So I know a lot of parents out there have a hard time just speaking to their children about topics like this or having them even listen. So I'm with
Hi, I'm Sophia and I'm in 7th grade.
my little sister to talk about what ways we can improve our approach to this conversation. So, Sophia, you're a teen, right?
Yes.
She is always around those types of people, like just teens in general.
Mhm.
I'm a teen as well, but I think middle school is kind of when
A whole different generation.
a whole different generation and a huge gateway to like a bunch of new things such as like drugs coming in. So, Sophia, how has substance abuse affected your life, or if it has affected your life?
It has not affected my life because I don't have any friends that have tried to influence me or do use it themselves, so I wouldn't really know.
Yeah. So, do you think that anyone at your school uses it?
No, I've not seen anyone use any sort of substance, which is great.
That's really good because I know when I was in middle school, a lot of people were using it at the time, and it was a really popular thing. So how does your school let you guys know about substance abuse? So substance abuse can be anything from like drugs to alcohol to like drinking and driving and all those other things. I know you're not in the age where you can drive yet, but like a lot of things like that, like vaping too. Mm-hmm. So how have they taken that approach?
They put it in the school emails where they like put all the like reminders of what time you have to go to school. And they also put in the morning announcement, but I feel like it doesn't really help as much as they want it to because nobody really listens to the morning announcement because obviously everyone's like sleepy or like they just want to get through the day.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't think it brings much.
Yeah, I get what you mean. So what do you think could help them improve on how they teach kids or help them remind them about the consequences of this?
In elementary, we used to do assemblies about it, and I think we could do that, but I feel like because of COVID, they would have to like check in with the administration, so it'd be hard. But they could also do presentations because they did something like that, but for diversity, so they could do that, but about like substances like nicotine.
Yeah, that's really cool. So I know that in the past that you've done ABCD, which could you explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, it was about the use of drugs and especially mainly focused on tobacco and like all the stages of it, like let's say memory loss or like you get like asthma and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's really cool. Like that you learned the effects, so you knew at an early age not to do it and the consequences to those actions. So we're right now just trying to focus on how like parents can talk to their teens because I think it's really important for at-home conversation. So for you personally, if mom or dad or anyone else older than you in our immediate family were to talk to you about the effects and you really personally didn't know anything before you joined ABCD, how would you like to be approached?
I feel like for them to like be calm about it and really go in depth about like what really happens when you start or like at least just like try it like at least once because like obviously everyone knows if you try it once you're gonna be like, oh, I'm fine, let me try it again, like it's just gonna be a whole routine. So I think just to talk about that, like the subject more instead of just lecturing like, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that.
Yeah, that's a really great approach to how not to nag and not to do like not to give a lecture and just be an open-minded person. So do you think like other parents such as your friends' parents could like how could they start that conversation without making it too awkward or like really embarrassing or like, oh, you're so cringe,
I feel like just having like if you're like having a normal conversation with them and just like bring it up not really out of nowhere, but like or just like sit them down one day and then just like have like a real conversation, not like, oh yeah, jokes, yeah, don't do this, and then like they get to go play.
Yeah, I think that's really great how like parents should have a real conversation and make it serious, because I feel like if it's just like a conversation in the car or something that is like a joke, like their child or kids just won't take it as seriously. So in your personal opinion, do you think adults are truly connected to their kid, or like adults in general are truly connected to their kids, and if not, how can they improve that?
I think not a lot of them really want to like truly be connected to them, like like who they are, or like what's going on in their life really. So I feel like the best way is for them to like really talk to them and have like a real conversation with them and be like, oh, what's up, and like how is this affecting you or not, like, oh, have you been influenced by any of this?
Yeah. And I think that also adding to what you said, I think giving resources to the kids, and like just resources in general on how they can help or what they can do for them, or any support and love can really show that they care, which can connect them further.
Yeah, I think one like good way they can like what is it called? Give them support is be like, if you are struggling with this, like they won't tell them that you won't be like mad at them like right away, but you'll try to understand where they're coming from.
Yeah.
And like, yeah.
That's really great. So do you think adults have a hard time connecting like with certain topics?
Yeah, I think they do, because I feel like they just take from like, in a whole, like in general, like, what they've seen, and they just think of it as like, oh, my child's gonna be like that too if they do this. But I feel like not everyone's gonna be the same type of like thing if they use that's like drug or something. So I feel like it's just hard.
Yeah, I totally get you. Well, that's all the time we have, but thank you so much for coming. Any last words for the audience?
Stay away from drugs.
Yeah, so that was Sophia Kalika. And I'm CJ Kalika, and thank you for listening.
Thank you.